Okay, let's try to do another exercise on this example. A block of mass with a weight of 7 kg is attached to a spring with spring constant 700 Newton per meters. Natural length L stretched to a distance S. When reach equilibrium, the object is pulled to a distance y equals to 0.05. When it is then released from initial velocity 0 and oscillate in a simple harmonic motion. Determine a function, i.e. yt, that describes the location of the object at any time when number 1, the object is suspended in the air, i.e. assumes friction is 0, and b, the object is immersed in thick viscous oil that inhibits the motion of the object by about 7/10 of its velocity at any moment. Okay, I will try to do part B since we already did part A, similar questions, but we try to do another, in this case, part B. Let's write down the information that we have. We have a mass of 7 kg and spring constant equals to 700 Newton per meters, and initial position y equals to 0.05, y v naught equals to 0. This is y naught, and then that's pretty much it. And except there is a another constant here, restriction of inhibition, which is we can call it delta in this case, or a constant in this case 7/10, 0.7 of its velocity. Okay. So in this case, the overall differential equation, if you check in the previous video, is written as m times d square y. In this case we can, or x, that's fine too, over dt square plus that friction constant, which is relative to proportional to velocity, dx over dt, which is velocity, and then the spring tension, which is proportional to kx, or the stretch of the object. So if we plug in all our information, m equals to 7 d square x over dt square plus a constant is 0.7. Let me just write 7/10. Of the velocity, which is in this case dx over dt, plus k, which we already given as 700 times x equals to 0. So if we divide everything by 7, we get d square x over dt square plus 1/10 dx dt plus 100 x equals to 0. So for part B, let me just move to the left here, guys. So we can say this is equivalent to a quadratic equations in the forms of, in this case, let's say use r square plus 1/10 r plus 100 equals to 0. So this is equivalent to that auxiliary equation, if you like, with the roots can be calculated based on their coefficient. In this case, a equals to 1, b equals to over 10, and c equals to 100. And according to the formula, let me just move to this side, guys. The roots 1 and 2 is given as the formula minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac for quadratic equation times 2a. So the roots 1 and 2 minus b is minus minus 1 over 10 plus minus square root of 1 over 10 square minus 4 times a is 1 times c is 100 divided by 2 times 1. Continue on. 1 over 10 let's simplify the things on the top. I would put it as like this: 4 times 100 times 4 times 100 times 100 over 100, because 10 square is 100, so 1 over 100, okay, minus 4 times 100 times 100, and we can ignore the 1 here because it is relatively small compared to 400,000 on the other side here. So you can say 1 over 10 plus minus, this is, don't forget, it's divided by 2. Let me move this. One over 10 then become 1 over 20 plus minus square root of negative. Then let me just write down square root of 400,000 or 400,000 times negative 1 divided by 2. So this is equivalent as minus 20 plus minus 1 over 100 over 10, so 2 become 100 plus minus 10. I, because that one is cancelled and that one is cancelled. Okay, 1 over 20 plus minus 10i. So in this case our a is negative 1 over 20 and then our beta is 10. So the general solution for our differential equation, okay, just write down the general solution of the differential equation. In this case, what is that? d square x over dt square plus 1 over 10 dx dt plus 100 y cos to x cos to 0 will have x. In this case we'll have a solution, general solution once again, e to the power of alpha t times a constant a cos beta t plus another constant b times sin beta t. So this is the general solution, general form of the solution to the differential equation, second order homogeneous linear differential equation. So we need to find the value of alpha and value of a and b by using the initial condition. So at time t, the initial position, if you like, x is given as 0.05 because I use the letter y there. So we can find, so you can plug this into the equation. 0.05 equals to e to the power of alpha t at time 0. E to the power of 0 is equals to 1. Just plug in our value cos, and we already have our beta, which is 10, okay, plus b, sin our beta is 10, and we should have put the value of 0 there. Let me just write it down again, because time 0 is, this is 1, and then this is a cos 10 times 0 plus b sin 10 times 0, and therefore in this case 0.05 equals to a cos 0, b sin 0, this is 0.05, a cos 0 equals to 1, b times sin 0 is 0, so therefore our a equals to 0.05.